Hi, this is Joe Steadman, and I'm going to talk about GMT's new game, Urban Sprawl by Chad Jensen. Chad Jensen did Dominant Species and some other ones, but I just got this not too long ago. We've already played it quite a few times. We really like it. This is not a war game at all, but there is some confrontation for sure. So it falls into that category of designer or European or whatever you want to call it game that I like, because there's a direct head-to-head competition with each other. The game does not play itself. You have to play against the other players. Now, this is a game that kind of reminds me of SimCity. Now, growing up, I've loved SimCity. My wife has loved it, so we've always played it, and this game feels like SimCity when you're playing it in a way. I was looking for a new two-player game that I could play with my wife, and my wife and I have been playing this two-player. We've also played it three-player with my brother, and then we played it four-player with another friend, and it was good with all. I think it's best probably with four, but it was still good with three, and it was still fun with two. So that's Urban Sprawl. I'm going to take it out of the box, show you what it comes with, kind of how it's played, and try to convince you to pick up a copy. Alright. Alright, so it comes with this huge board, and it's really big. One of the biggest boards I've seen come in a game in a while. It's like, I think 3 foot long at least. It comes with a good high quality GMT box, which is often overlooked. They have good high quality heavy boxes. Alright, so full color rule book, which is very detailed. It's not a magazine quality, more of a paper quality, but it's a good rule book. 4 cheat sheets, 1 for each player, up to 4 players. 4 things of blocks, pink, you know, go figure. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 decks of cards. It comes with some cardboard, heavy title rolls that you're going to use during the game. Politician, different rolls, cardboard. It comes with a whole bunch of these Tetris-like buildings. Don't ignore the gold coins. It does not come with the gold coins. I added those myself. And then the money. And the money is not your typical paper money. I hate money, but it's a thicker, it's like a cardstock money almost. It's a little bit thicker, but it's still paper money, but it's better than normal. Real brief overview of how the game works. There's much longer reviews on the internet that you can look at that'll tell you more about how the game works in detail. But I'm just going to give you the brief Joe Steadman version. All right. So this is the grid of the up-and-coming city. All of the players play the role of, I guess you would say, founding citizens, and then you're going to try to make the most prestige or most money. The victory point track goes around the board, typical Euro-style game. On your turn, you're going to get 6 actions. And there's, you see along the board, it's got different action points on this side, then it's got action points on this side. So you'll see that the more, it's like typical Euro game, the higher, you know, the card may be up here that you want, so you got to pay more action points for it. As the game goes on, the cards are going to drop down to here as the other ones are bought, kind of like, what's that game, that railroad game? Kind of like Ticket to Ride. So they're dropped down like Ticket to Ride. When they're taken out, and they'll fall down. Same on this side. Now, on your, it's a grid, so you're going to build these little buildings, either a 2 building, or a 1 building, or a 3 building. And you're going to build it on this board, and there's certain restrictions on where you can build, but you're going to put it on the board, you know, like such, and you have to pay the cost using coordinates. So this building, the build area would cost 6, and that could change during the course of the game because there's other things that are going to come into play. And how you build building on your turn is you play a card from this side, you buy the cards from this side. This will give you a couple different information. Now that's going to give you the suit. There's the 4 suits. Civic, commercial, industrial, residential, and then it's going to have a number of building permits. And then if you want to build a building, so let's say you want to build a post office, this post office that's the suit, this is the number of contracts it requires, and then there's going to be some flavor text on the bottom that'll do special things above and beyond the rules. Obviously, that's all you do. So you put those out, you score prestige, you score money, the game goes on and on, there's the decks, but that's how it plays. Feels a lot like a Euro game, but it's got that city atmosphere, a lot of confrontation. That's why I like it. There you have the super quick review of Urban Sprawl. I didn't go into how to play the game really. I just showed you kind of the basic of how it works. High quality components, good interaction. I think this is a winner for GMT. And GMT is primarily known for their war games, but this is not a war game at all. I think this is Definitely a designer or a Euro game. The negatives, I guess, for some people, not for me. I guess the negative would be that it could be kind of long, especially the 4-player game. But there are rules that you can use to make it shorter. But there's a lot of stuff going on. Not a whole lot of player downtime, because every player's turn there's going to be possibilities that the other players are going to be rewarded and get points, and you have to pay attention. You can't just turn yourself off on the other player's turn like in some Euro games. So there you go. That's Urban Sprawl by GMT, Chad Jensen. I definitely like this game, and it's going to get plenty of playtime at my house.
Thanks for joining us today. For more written, audio, and video reviews, as well as the #1 board game podcast, check out the website at www.thedicetower.com. Until then, this is Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.